Okay, the reason I decided to stream, albeit briefly, my brother, he's got to go to work tomorrow, but he had a day off. He's a bit more, he's tired. We had to do something today. We had to go. It's a long, we'll talk about it in a minute. But yeah, I said, why don't we stream a little earlier? You can say, because yeah, the other night I felt bad. He had to go to bed, so I wanted to, yeah. But this is just for Aiden. It's just for Aiden. I'm glad you're here. I thought you'd be somewhere else, Aiden. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
What's up, Aiden?
You're on the train home. Cool. Well, enjoy us on the ride back. There's no one really here. We're just going to stream briefly. He's a little more awake.
I'm a little more awake.
We just because the other remember he had to go to bed. He was after working all week. He just said, "I got." He realized time to tap out, and people were like, "Well, you should stream when your brother is more awake." I said, "Okay, fine." But now we had to go. We can tell him briefly. My brother is part of this union. It's very common in the Northeast. Grocery stores, a lot of them have unions. This is the old Northeast, Tammany Hall. So he's in this union, and this fucking union doesn't mail any literature, and it doesn't have anything online. So we have to go to the union hall and get, what do we get real quick? The contract with his grocery store, your pension thing, and because he's entitled to medical benefits now. But you have to go there in fucking person, and Jersey's not that big, but it's very crowded. I have to go up to, this is North Jersey, near to New York City, up in Passaic County. And it took forever to get there. Not because it's far, because some of these, you look at these highways, Interstate 287, Interstate 80, it was like a fucking parking lot. US 46, the Garden State Parkway, all these roads, it's a fucking nightmare. And of course, my car is rear-wheel drive, and the roads are slick. It's kind of wet and rainy. So yeah, it took 2 hours plus to get up there, and another 2 hours to get back. It was just it's a distance of, I don't know, which should take about
45 minutes.
Maybe like an hour tops. It took like fucking 2 hours there and back. Traffic was a nightmare on these highways. You're going fucking 20 miles an hour or slower. It just people weaving in and out. It was just it was one of those. Yeah. But so that's what's up, Doggo Food. What's up? How you doing? Now my brother's a bit more awake, so he wants to say hi to everybody.
How you doing, Doggo?
I should have shot a video, but we were just it was too treacherous. We were too focused on driving. Okay. And we got the big three here. Well, now, he's entitled to medical and dental benefits, but there's a whole handbook telling you, what you get, X amount of dental per year, what they cover, what's not. The booklet is not available online, and they don't mail it out. Allegedly, the union is supposed to drop them off at the grocery store, but they're all the way up in North Jersey, and what was that? You had one manager who said something like,
I asked about it. My HR lady, she was like, "Oh, I've called them to send us the books. They never show up, so good luck."
Yeah, the union is still old school. They're deliberately not putting it on the internet or mailing it out, so we have to go there in fucking person. And again, Jersey's not that big, but there's no direct route there, and terrible traffic. This is the most densely populated state, tiny, most densely populated, and it just took 2 fucking hours, and the rain, it's slick, and people driving like assholes. So yeah, but no. But I do like to drive, as you know. I up until recently delivered auto parts, so I don't mind driving. But my car I don't like pushing my car too far out of range because, Well, no, he's a little more. Well, now I think the stream, he's like, just streaming tires him out. But if we won't do this too long, but yeah.
Now here for a little bit.
But he wanted to, come on and say, because he had to go to bed the other night. And I felt like, okay, well, we'll come on, we'll stream. It's a little earlier. We'll stream briefly. It's midday in Australia, but I think he's not working right now. So, yes, let's talk about that. If you have some questions for Frog, then ask him because he's like 19. He knows all about Okay, I'm glad you're here to ask that. We still have we didn't hook it up today. We spent our day basically journeying there and back to get this fucking the contract, the medical booklet, and the pensions. We're there. Let's get them all. It was just such a freaking journey, and then we stopped to eat. And by the time we got home, it's like. We can watch some TV, stream, have a few beers. We need so today would have been computer day, but it was more important before the year ends to see what medical benefits he's entitled to come January 1st. And I said, fine, I like to drive. I can picture, I always like maps. I said, I'll get you there and back. And it was just traffic nightmare. So we have not yet hooked it up, but we can take a look at it. Do you want to ask him some questions? He's here.
I can't think of anything right now.
I don't know. You have Windows 11. Usually there's supposed to be a key, an activation key to prove that you're legit. Since we paid for it, you have a legitimate copy of Windows. I didn't see a key. I didn't see a sticker. I didn't see a booklet. I didn't see anything about Windows 11 activation. I know you don't have to. I know with 10, you don't have to activate it. You can just keep using it. But if you do have a key, let's say, activate now. I got a key for Windows 10. It came with the computer. Yours, I didn't see a key for Windows 11 because, if you paid for it, if you have a legitimate copy. So I don't know where the key for 11 is. What happened yesterday? You're talking about in this stream when you're. I thought we had a nice party. You, me. I think Donda showed up for a bit. There was some
very nice, very nice.
words. Where some people had words or. But yeah, with the new PC, we're gonna hook it up, and we'll ask you questions as we hook it up, and we'll actually do videos of the old one. We do want to still fix the old one up. I wonder, did I fuck up when I put the RAM in? Did I not install it correctly? Should I have done something differently in BIOS, or is it nothing to do with the fucking RAM? Is it like the CPU is still overheating, or the motherboard shot? I don't know. It's we don't want to give up on that. But I said to my brother, you're gonna need a working computer in the meantime. It might take us forever to fix this thing. We might damage it further.
Yes. So
I think he'll like it. Right, because remember, the old computer he's had for 11 years, he was using Windows 8 up until I tried to update to 10, a few weeks ago, and then that still didn't help. The computer's still fucking up. So at least to have a more modern computer, and we can dick around with the old one. And the old one should be good, like you said, for playing older, Nintendo and Sega Genesis games. So yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. If we have questions, we'll ask, because you guys seem to. What did he play? I missed it. But I actually looked up and I shared the screen. Let's look real quick. I'm going to do it again. What was that computer called? How do we find it?
I don't know.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll pull it up again. It was this one, right? It was this one, right?
Loose.
How do I open this up? I'll share screen in a minute. How do I? Is it? It was this one, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Was it? No, it's this one for sure. I'm going to take a look. We can unbox again. But first, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. How do I do this? Christ. Why is it not sharing screen? Oh, add to stage. There we go. Let me minimize us. You can take a look. I'll open up the specs in a minute. Hold on. How do I minimize us? All right. This was the one. This HP Pavilion it's i5. I think we're on i7 now or something.
i9.
There's i9. And with an i5, they're all odd, right? There's no i6. It's okay. So it's still not, but it's a budget computer. We want something that works. You can surf the web. Log on to his online banking, email, basic shit. Maybe some. It's not meant to be like a game thing or some high tech programming thing, right? But we want something that worked, and it was cheap. It's under $400 when it usually go for close to 700. I mean, that could just be a scam. Maybe it's always for her. They just pretend. But the point is, it was a decent deal for what it is. And, white computer power, as you can see, it's white. But weird. Let me go to this page. It shows you the specs here. Was this? Let's open this up again. Can I open this up? There we go. Can you guys see this? Can you read this real quick and tell us what you think? Did we do good? We do good? We do bad? I know it doesn't. It has a solid state because his old computer had a hard disk drive. I was thinking about maybe if his old computer is shit, we can cannibalize. We can take the hard disk drive, wipe it, make it just an internal storage drive. But I know it has a solid state drive, which is good. But I know it doesn't have much space. It's not like a terabyte or 2 terabytes. It's small. I know that, but it's solid state drive. 8 gig RAM. I wonder if is that what? 3-4 sticks, 4, 8, 12. I don't know what 8 gigabyte, or do they have an 8 gigabyte stick? Or maybe just one 8 gig stick. Yeah,
it's 12 gigabytes.
Oh, 8.
Is it 1 8 and 1 4 or 3? Or
this is 8. Yeah, 12. Is it 3 4s and 8 and a 4? I don't know. Why do your eyes burn? Is it hard to read that? This is more annoying, I think.
Yes.
Damn it, we actually have a task for some of you guys, and what you want to talk about? What? Maybe Donna's here. She can tell us about the computer specs. I mean, okay. Well, I thought we'd reach out and someone could help us out here, but no. We want you to tell us. You asked about the computer, white computer power. Now you're talking about your eyes burning. King Fred, that's right. I called them white computer power, but someone the other day joked. They said because the computer was white, like white computer. Yes. I thought I wasn't even thinking of that. So anyway, whatever your name is, Frog Manlet. Come on, man.
What's wrong with saying?
His eyes burn.
Click,
Oh. Well, before you play, take a look at this screen and tell, because I brought this up yesterday and you looked at it. My brother's here. You can tell him what you think. See here, look. This is what he got here. Let's open. See, can you see this? Does this tell us anything? Oh, this is. You got this. You got this one, the far right one here. Right?
I got the one in the middle.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because that's i5. That's right. You got i5.
Yeah.
So you got the middle one. I didn't even see the other one, but yeah. It says mouse and keyboard. Has an SD card reader. The black one doesn't. See. Yeah. I don't think the i7 was on sale. I think that was like $800 or $900 or something. Yeah. So we went with the budget. I guess they're trying to dump these, but what else? Here's what it looks like in his room. Look, there he is. And what else? See. Okay. So, and yeah, I was playing. There's a slot, but there's no CD-ROM or DVD burner or anything. It's just a slot. But actually, you should bring that down real quick. Might as well share it just for our own sake. That one that you got from some old. That's nice. I like that one. So he's got an external. It's DVD. CD. It's not a DVD. No, I think it's DVD. No, I don't get it. It's okay. You getting tired, buddy?
Yeah, kind of is.
I'm trying to learn about it. We actually have get some good information. No one wants to help us. They want to talk about whatever the fuck they're talking about. Like I said, there's more of a coffee house. People come to see each other more than see me. But I thought someone could like lend a hand and talk computers. Let's go back to this. Okay, so no one's just like we weren't interested in watching dumb, replace this front door. Yes. No one's interested in our computer. But I thought like computer would say, "Oh, I'm a computer guy. Yeah, that's good." Or no, do this or add this. I thought there'd be some,
King Frog's been playing games all day. He's kind of burned out.
Well, if he loves computers that much, you should be able. All right, let's remove that from stage. Let's go back to this. Okay, I'll leave it up here. Where were we? No, I wasn't asking you. I was asking the boy, the teenager, your buddy, King Frog, the one you brought in. Another one of yours.
He was one of yours.
Where's Brother Click's here? You always say, I always say, where's Brother Click? Yeah, driving did take a lot out of us. It wasn't just a drive, a pleasure cruise. It was like bumper to bumper, like a parking lot. You're on like a limited access highway, but it's all, people, it's just, madness. Well, you asked what he thought. I'm sorry. I mean, sometimes it might not pop up on StreamYard, but he's here. I showed it to you yesterday. He's actually here. If there's anything you want to tell him or mention or say, do this, don't do that. But if you have nothing to add, that's fine. I just thought maybe you have a suggestion like, add this RAM or, change this or go in the BIOS and reclock this. I thought you'd have some some suggestion. Okay, it was good enough. Well, okay. We'll hook it up tomorrow. We'll see if he likes it. Maybe we'll make a video of it. We can share it with you. Okay, so this is already turning into, we're already, quote unquote, winding down.
Yes.
I want to talk computers and Brother Click. These people want to talk about, what are they talking about?
Looks like vegan dolls.
I thought you were talking about Donna. I thought he was upset because Donna. I say everyone's welcome. I mean, sorry. We're not drunk yet. We just our first beer.
This is our first beer.
It was a long drive, a long day.
Yes.
And I was At one point, we were only like 10 miles away from New York City. So of course, the closer you get to New York City, the worse the traffic gets. This place is that far up there. For those who don't know the area geography, we live between New York and Philadelphia. You look on a map. This place is right outside New York, and it just took forever to get there, and traffic and just madness. But even here, even in this area, traffic was pretty shitty from the, I'm just amazed. Yes. It's keep importing all these fucking people. Yes. Yeah, but it would have to fit the slot of the motherboard if we were to update the. But actually, if this computer works, this is gonna be his new good computer. We're gonna fool around with the old one. We'll show you that one, the old one, and we'll go for and you can help us. We'll open it up and you can take a look. I'll show you the old one. But, does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Or will you and him? Is that Froglet?
Potentially.
Are you okay? But
I'm doing all right.
Is this tiring you out? You just kind of meh. It's like meh. Your Brother Click is bored. Even when he's here, you guys just you bore him. Yes.
I think one day we'd have a specific stream day where we don't do anything. Oh, we start earlier too.
We just stream all day. We'll probably start drinking while we stream, so we'll be drunk halfway through it. Yes, it all makes sense. See, Aiden gets it. Aiden gets
Yes.
it. When's Aiden streaming? We'll come on his stream next time.
Ah, yes, a good Aiden stream would be nice. What about DBF? Have you streamed recently?
He actually, I was he did. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I perused it. He did stream recently, a few days
Okay.
back, and he was in his car because it had been a while. Because he can't stream at home because he's got bad internet connection, so he streams the data on his phone. So he did stream recently, but it had been a while. So yeah, but now that he's out of work, he should be streaming every day, right? If you're not working, if you don't have employment, you should be streaming. But there's no excuse. Oh, hello. A Budweiser 40 ounce Bud jug. But I thought, what do you call it? GPU, not the GPU, the CPU. They come in different sizes. They don't all fit the same motherboards. You got to make sure it'll actually the core will actually processor will fit in your motherboard. Congratulations on your new Wi-Fi router. Congratulations.
Very good.
You get better reception now, better internet reception. Ah, yes, a test stream. Yes, yes. Okay, well, very little has been accomplished here.
Yes.
Anything you want to share? Just...
Not currently.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's really it. Want to say hello to everybody.
Yes.
Hope all is well with everybody. You grew up with this shit, We didn't have a computer until we were like teenagers, because we have an older brother now.
Yay.
An Australian. Yes, cool. He was talking about the other day about moving to West Virginia. I'm like, you were here for that, right? I said, stay in Australia. We'll stay in America. We're too old to, play those games. He'd be like a fish out of water in this country, I think. He can visit, but I don't think just like dumb. We'll never even live in Australia. It's just, not going to happen after.
Yes.
But if you don't drink beer, isn't German beer still beer? So you don't drink beer except German beer? What the hell is German wine? It sounds disgusting.
Yes.
I don't usually think, I guess they could grow grapes along the Rhine, but I don't think of wine when I think of Germany. A little too cold for
Yes.
wineries, I thought. Okay. Yeah. That's another problem with West Virginia. It's too close to Maryland for my liking. Those weirdos and I wonder if they're ever going to rebuild the Key Bridge.
I think they will.
Because when we used to go, we were going down Florida or something. We were passing through Maryland. We would go through the tunnel in Baltimore. Remember, no hazmats, no hazardous material. We were in a car, so we took the tunnel. But all the trucks had to take the Key Bridge. Now that the Key Bridge is out, what are they allowing hazmats in the tunnel? Or everyone's got to go the long way around Baltimore? Yeah,
around Baltimore.
Yeah, they got to rebuild that bridge.
That Luigi Mangione was from Maryland, I think.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yes.
Luigi Mangione and Rafterman here. See, good company. Okay. Aiden and DBF are, arguing over who is the king of the head rooster, king of the hen house here. Well, we like to see you. How are you? How's everyone doing?
Hope all is well.
What else happened in the news today? That has to be current events. We were talking about. I think were you here when I was saying the other day? We were talking about this Luigi guy. One thing I wanted to say, he was rich. He came from he went to He came from he went to a wealthy private school, and he was smart because he was valedictorian. So he came from privilege. So when this CEO of this healthcare company, United Health, was killed. And I agree with the governor of Pennsylvania. Disagreeing with someone doesn't give you the right to kill them. I'm not advocating violence, but when he was first killed, I guess people online were saying, "Good, fight the rich," like Robin Hood, And what's funny about it, we got this lecture from people in the news. "Oh, you hate peasants. You don't have the right to kill the rich and powerful. You peasants," like they're scolding us. But it wasn't a peasant who killed him. This wasn't Robin Hood. This was one of his ilk. This kid who shot, and then they're both upper crust, upper tier. It's like wealthy on wealthy crime. But we the peasants got an earful about,
Yes.
I thought that was interesting. No one seems to care about that. That's
I don't know.
losing your voice.
No, I can want to read what they're saying.
It was tiring today, wasn't that? All that driving. You remember? It was like a fucking all those freeways, those highways were like parking lots. Jesus Christ.
Yes, they were.
Right, but this wasn't just some peasant, man. I'm a poor peasant. I lost everything. I'm going to kill the rich. This was an actual rich guy. It's like this was they're both of the same class. You know what I mean?
And he was an engineer, so he had a good job. Like he came from a wealthy family, and he became wealthy in his own right.
But we were getting before he was discovered, or before they identified him. I think the presumption was this must be some poor person who wants to take out the rich CEO. And there was like a very in the news you don't have the right to just kill. But it's like this wasn't a peasant. This was another rich kid who probably didn't even, So we got 9 people watching. Only who's talking? We got Aiden, Rafterman, destroyed by Floyd.
Maybe Dodo.
The original Nintendo or a Sega Genesis, NES, which was 8-bit. Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo. Let me put Nintendo on. Those are the graphics, 16-bit. And, I mean, we might be open to other things, but those two are those are the ones from our childhood that we want to, get back to, messing around with. And then we might branch out into older games or newer games. But to start, those two, I'd say, right?
Yes.
No, I understand. I don't know if you were here. He got a new computer, but that's the old computer, 11 years old, was having problems. We want to mess around with it, see if we can, add some RAM, add some memory, make it more, souped up. But we know what's wrong with it. It's a heat sensor, we know a heater core, or if the motherboard's shot. So we're going to fool around with this old computer to see if we can get it, It was filled with dust.
Yes, it was.
And now it won't turn on. It shuts off. Graphics card problems. It's not the monitor. I tried it on several different monitors. It's not the monitor. It's either the graphics card or something's going wrong. Yes. Yes, he's got one. He just got.
Yes.
You want to show Rafterman your PC?
No.
It's right around the corner there. I can. You're young enough. I've noticed that. People who are older or younger can get by without a computer. Like people who are in like their 50s or 60s, 70s even, they grew up without computers. So they were adults, computers didn't exist. Then computers became a thing, and now they've moved on. And I guess younger kids too don't move past computers. For us, getting a computer is like a big deal. It's like, wow, we have a computer now. And I can't imagine not having a desktop. But it's like, I've noticed older people, like, I like my little tablet. I can play my games, hear my stories. Older people and young kids like these tablets. It's only like a certain generation that still wants that desktop PC. Yeah.
Yes.
Or not. Use a phone for everything. A phone.
Yes.
A phone.
A phone.
All right, so where are we? Yeah, but I wouldn't want to play video games on a phone. I want to be able to sit there, have a beer, see a decent sized screen. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Who are these people who can't? I couldn't imagine not having a PC. Maybe one day I'll get there, but I'm not there yet. And yes, that's a good point. Phone addiction is bad. That's correct. That's correct.
Yes.
DB, if you're an addict, you're addicted to too many bad things. Put down the phone. Maybe go outside, touch some grass, go skating.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Oh, we also found out, we decided for this trip, we grabbed some CDs to listen to. And we listened to one, no problem. We listened to, it was the Scorpions' greatest hits. The Scorpions, German band. So we listened to Scorpions, no problem. Then I said, okay, let's put on some Jethro Tull. And like that CD was fucking up. So it's okay, maybe it's a bad CD. Then we put in Kiss, Destroyer, the Destroyer album. It played the first song, no problem. When it was supposed to go to the second track, it just ejected the disc and said error.
Yeah.
And my brother was saying how cars don't come with computer. I'm sorry, cars don't come with CD players. Cars don't come with CD players anymore. And I said, yeah, but even the ones that do, the CD player is 20 years old, doesn't work anymore. So at first I thought maybe the Jethro Tull disc was bad, but then it played a song on Destroyer, and when it was supposed to go to instead of jumping to the next track, it's like something went wrong, does not compute, and it like ejected the disc. And remember, the discs were hot. Like I put them really hot to the touch, so something's not. I know the heat was on, but still, something's not right there. So I think my CD player in the car isn't working anymore. So we got through the Scorpions. We heard the whole disc, perfect. And then after that, we weren't able to get it to work again. So wanted to share that. So you guys probably don't have CDs anymore, do you? Or if you're compact discs. Yes, they are. Let me see. Which one were we listening to? I don't know if I can find it. I think it was that 20th Century Masters one. I think that's what it was. What was it?
Yep.
Yeah, here it is. MCJ F O. What that? F G K G D. There we go. Let's pull it up for everyone. Let's take a look. Where is it? Let's do that. Let's make ourselves small. Let's make our. There we go. Yeah, it was this one. It was a good album. What's on it? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a sampler album. It's got 12 of their best known songs. Let's take a look what we got here. Right here I am, rock you like a hurricane. There's no one like you. You know all these songs, the Zoo. They even had that cover, the Who cover, Can't Explain. Of course, Send Me an Angel. And of course, my all-time favorite, Take Me to the Magic of the Moment on a Glory Night. Yeah, good album. And that one played fine. And then one CD, Jethro Tull, was fucked up, so maybe the CD's fucked up. But then Kiss, Destroyer wouldn't play. So I think the CD player is on its way out. Oh, You're calling the Scorpions gay? Oh, I guess that's a compliment. What are you talking about? They had several hits. Maybe they weren't as big in Australia. I just, My brother clicks falling asleep.
Yes.
I wouldn't call them metal. I'd call them more like hard rock. Would you call them metal?
Hard to say.
Metal, aluminum, maybe. I'm not really a metal guy either. They're more like melodious. I always consider more of a hard rock band than true metal. But I know a lot of metal guys were influenced by them, but I always consider the Scorpions more like hard rock. Who's Varg?
I have no idea.
Well, then you should be all over them. And you should be listening to their music.
Yes.
Gotta pop it for a virus or something. We don't have to go on too much longer. We can produce some TV.
All right, well, we're at 10 people now. We'll keep it going for a little bit.
All right, a little bit. All right. I don't care for them. It's never like AC/DC. I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of Men at Work. Anyway, I don't feel like singing really.
Yeah, I know.
This is kind of shitty. This is kind of mad. But yeah, you wanted Brother Click a bit more awake. Well,
I
Do I want to do five quickerness? I'll take the bait. Norwegian musician, early black metal. Oh, these something with burning down churches, or who knows? Who cares? It's like this. What is Cryptic Shade a band? What's Cryptic Shade?
I have no idea.
Stop being cryptic, Aiden. What the hell's Cryptic Shade? Is it a YouTuber?
Possibly.
So Cryptic Shade means when someone is angry but doesn't want to.
How would you know they're upset with you if it's a secret?
I don't know, man. This is kind of me. It's like, why do I even do this? It could have been interesting, but it's not interesting. It's just, it's going to be. I wish this could be better than what it was. I'm looking for something.
Some substance.
Are you doing all right beer wise?
I have low.
I will a few more subscribers. We'll grab one more.
Yes.
You can feel a vibe. What vibe are you getting off of me now? Tired. And Morbid Angel. Now, the guy I worked with, I always called him the rock star. He looked like Iggy Pop, but he also kind of looked like, I even asked him, are you in Morbid Angel? But that's a Florida band. He's like, no, he's just one of those, 55-year-old teenagers. He never got over his deal. But he looked like the guy from Morbid Angel, kind of.
Yes,
It's one dude I worked with. Yeah. Being a Spurg, I sometimes misread these vibes or don't know how to address these vibes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm running out of substance to provide. You know what I mean? I brought my brother a little more awake, so I thought that would keep you people happy, but I just don't have it in me anymore to. Like I said, it's a coffee house. I don't have the energy to do this. I mean,
Yes, getting old.
What substance is there? We talked about the Scorpions. We talked about a drive up to North Jersey, which was a disaster. There and back, traffic. We survived. We're here.
Yes.
Probably one more beer. I just thought I'd bring them on. We talked about the computer. I was hoping people give us computer tips, but no one wants to talk about that. Even the drive, I think, Ty, you worked all week. I told them sleep in today. That's why we left later in the day because I said sleep in, enjoy yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I forget the guy's name is Azragoth, whatever he calls himself. This dude I work with looked just like him. I'm like, dude, you look at the guy from Morbid Angel. He goes, no, I get that all the time. But they were from Florida. Yeah, like we said, the heatsink fan was busted. We replaced it. I thought it could be a graphics card issue or something because, you turn the monitor on and it'd be all fuzzy. But BIOS wasn't fuzzy, and I tested other monitors, so it wasn't like the monitor was broken. I think it was something, I thought maybe it was graphics related, but you're saying it's actually the processor or the not the you didn't say CPU, it's PSU. What's that? Yeah, I work with a dude who I swear to God it could be his twin brother. I called him Iggy Pop because Iggy Pop's more recognizable. He looked just like Trey Azagoth. Are you still on the train? Aiden, tell your neighbor she has nothing to be jealous about. I'll share you with her, okay? Just because you have me, you can also have her. I'm not a threat. Tell her not to be jealous. You think it's the power supply? No, because with power supply, I've had power supply problems. It'll just shut off me. This is more of a like describe what happened. I'll get one more beer and you describe. It wasn't see, and it changed. It got progressively good.
So I would turn it on, and like it looked like there were just lines of text scrolling up and down. It wouldn't boot up. Then one time I turned it on, it was just red, blue, green colors. So I don't know. Ugh. No, Cthulhu, we're not talking about the new one.
We haven't hooked up the new one yet. That was going to be today's project, but today was a trip to a union hall up in North Jersey, which 2 hours there and 2 hours back in terrible traffic to get some literature for his medical benefits that are only available. They don't put them online. They don't mail it out. You got to go there. Allegedly, they bring it to your grocery store, but no, we get to go up in person. You weren't here before. You're in Arizona. Here in New Jersey, the Northeast, a lot of these, my voice crack. A lot of these grocery stores and supermarkets are unionized. So he's you can't work there without joining the union. So he's in this union, but he's entitled to medical benefits. We wanted to get the booklet, and the only place to get the booklet was at the fucking union hall itself. So it's yeah. And then we stopped at a place. Some of these people wouldn't know it. It's an American restaurant, but it's not even that widely found. It's only in certain areas, usually more urban black areas. But the name of the place, if you ever heard of it, I love it. We love it. You either love it or hate it. We stopped off at a White Castle on the way back. It was delicious. It was,
Yes.
I love White. You either love it or you hate it. I love White Castle. Yes. I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't know what it is. I love. You either love it or you hate it. I've always loved it. In this part of the country, Giants are called Stop and Shop. Same company, Ahold. We don't have Giants. We have Stop and Shop. Same fucking thing. Like, ever watch Family Guy? It takes place in Rhode Island. They go to the Stop and Shop. Stop and Shop and Giant. Those used to be independent companies, but it's all Ahold. They just use different branding in different regions. So yeah, what you call Giant, we call Stop and Shop. It's the same company. Those, the logo, same logo. Okay, that's good. They might know what it is because a lot of White Castles they're in certain markets, but they're not, across the country, but they're not commonplace like McDonald's or Burger King. And I don't know if they have them, but I always loved White Castle. What about Arizona? What about it? I don't know. Yeah. Arizona, chop off your Indian braids. It is. When you haven't had it in a while, it's fucking delicious. And we got the fries. I put some salt and pepper. The French fries were like crisp and hot and right out of the air. And we got the onion rings. We got some onion rings too. Yes, to the sliders. Yes. Yeah.
Quite the feast.
And like the soda machine, I got myself a cherry Dr. Pepper. Not bad. What STD? Some are more severe than others. I don't think I jump off a bridge over herpes, but. Yeah, but be honest, you think they're kind of cute. If they were bending over backwards, you would tap that pussy. I think you would. This time, do they have White Castle in Louisiana? That's cool. Maybe around New Orleans. But there was a share meal. It was like 10 sliders and 2 things of fries and soda. So we got that. He had 5, I had 5. Then we also got the onion rings. So we filled up on onion rings and French fries. We got the share meal. It was like 10 and 2 sodas, and so we got that 5 and 5 French fries, a sack of onion rings. Yeah. That's so weird. I don't really think of femboy. I guess there could be. Femboys, meaning feminine boys, are usually young, scrawny, like almost emaciated. I didn't know there were obese femboys.
Apparently there are.
I thought they called them bears. Why are you getting tired?
A little bit. We'll keep.
Yeah, you're just doing so many things with my entertainment. The only socialization I get.
Yes.
I don't know what the traveling card is, but I know that You can sometimes buy frozen ones, but it never tastes the same as one from an actual White Castle restaurant. Yeah, I want to share the story. In terms of what I had to do, or in terms of where I was treated the worst. Worst place was I've worked at many grocery stores. At one grocery store, the black bitch tried to run me over. They wanted to fire me for vaping. One guy claimed I slashed his tires when I didn't. Girl tried to run me over. They didn't believe me. They wanted to arrest me for vaping. They were all coming at me from every. Yeah, that was probably one of these grocery stores I worked at. Second shift grocery. I mean, it depends on the mood for. Like today, it was White Castle, but I don't have it too often. I don't know.
There is no favorite. We like them all. Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's.
Oh, good segue though. His worst job was that. In Canada, all the McDonald's have a red maple leaf to show it's a Canadian franchise. In Canada, if you look at the M, the arch, all Canadian McDonald's have a red maple leaf, the symbol of Canada, in the middle of the arch. Yeah, they're not bad, but because I've had them before too. They don't taste the same. One of these days, if you ever, it tastes, it'd be like getting like a frozen Whopper or a frozen Big Mac. It looks similar, but it's not the same as actually being in the restaurant. No, that's great, but it's not the same as an actual. Because I've had them too, those frozen sliders. No, it doesn't taste like the actual restaurant. You were going to go to Kentucky to be a dentist. It was not your dream, or either a dentist or a hygienist or something. Yes, you did. He did for what, half an hour or so.
Yes.
Exactly. Frozen knockoff isn't the same as, Yes. Is pizza code for something like, Right there, buddy.
Anyway,
He's getting tired.
I think he's just hungry for pizza. Go get some pizza, Aiden.
Oh, thank you. Is Pizza's your nickname for me? Thank you. Yeah, I hope, so my brother, I didn't vote for Trump to have a fucking Kennedy in the White House, but I don't know if this Bobby Kennedy with the fucking cancerous worm eating his brain, who claims he's the one who dumped a bear in Central Park. That story was cuckoo. He's going to be in charge of our food supply. Isn't that kind of, that part kind of scares me. He's going to fucking ruin, so much of the slop we eat tastes good because of those bad things in it.
Yes.
I hate to have my food ruined, See, another thing I don't get. Here in Jersey, we have real pizza. You don't call it cheese pizza. They all have cheese. All pizza, by definition, is cheese. It's plain. If there are no toppings, it's a plain pizza. I remember the first time I heard that cheese pizza. It's pizza. Of course, it has cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean a plain, no toppings? I don't know. You can answer that. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think? Because he's not diagnosed with anything yet.
I wouldn't be opposed, but I don't think I have any issues that would merit it. I guess maybe I should try to get diagnosed with something at some point.
No, I really can't do him. He's like his
weak,
voice is
He's shaking for some reason.
He doesn't seem well. He seems too sickly to.
Yes.
I'll go fry up a pizza. You can call up Cassandra. She can help you fry up a pizza. Oh, this is productive. I'm looking for an hour or so.
Yes.
Well, we got to see if, with his. That's why we have to go to this union to see what he can get or not get with his free medical. If they'll cover a visit to a neurologist so he can get diagnosed with something. So that's part of the reason why we trekked out today. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's all interconnected. It's like you got to go in stages. It's like a fucking, that's life. As you get older, it's like just.
It's on life support.
No, I mean, I was saying I do got to go back to work at some point. We need money. Yeah.
No answer.
About as good as yours. How's that sound? About as solid as yours in DBFs. Man, if only I had neat bucks, I don't have to worry about getting a job. Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone has said their piece.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Hit the vape all day, every day. Yes. For the past 10 years since I quit smoking cigarettes, yes. Yes, he is. He's my fucking hero. There's really nothing for me to stream about. There's nothing there's only so much you can say, hi, everybody. We all catch up, and it's like, okay.
Yes.
I miss Dumb's Clubhouse. Just, stop looking for a job. Yeah, I mean, I could probably do that. But I shouldn't. But yeah, I could probably stop looking for a job. Yeah, it's either unemployed or underemployed seems very common with Spurgs. Well, you're underemployed,
Yes.
you'd say. No, I think cigarettes are worse than vaping. I gave up cigarettes replaced with vape. I think vape is still better than cigarettes. Vaping, you can do it anywhere, anytime. Doesn't smell it, but Exactly. That's what makes it great. You're right. I probably do. Because back when I smoked, I had to excuse myself. I'm at work, time for a smoke break. You can only do that every so often. I probably inhale and ingest more nicotine now than when I was a cigarette smoker. So I probably do bring in more nicotine, but I didn't notice until after. I actually, when people smoke, I like it. I actually like the smell. I don't mind if they smoke on me, but I can smell it in their clothes. Back when I was a smoker, I couldn't. Now I can smell, like when you can tell someone's a smoker. Their jacket just reeks. Yeah. So I mean, with vape, you don't have that problem. That's why I'm easy, doggo. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy like Sunday morning. Oh, that's true. But who are the excesses? The ugly, the short, the spurg. People. Easy like Sunday morning. All right.
Indeed.
Anything you want to share?
Not currently, no.
What is there here? Well, do you remember? I don't know if they still show these. There used to be these commercials about why you shouldn't smoke. They probably still have them, like truth commercials. When you inhale a cigarette, you're not just inhaling tobacco. You're inhaling thousands of chemicals they put into the filter or whatever, some shit like that. So allegedly, cigarettes themselves are filled with all kinds of chemicals, like preservatives and stuff, formaldehyde. Do you smoke, or what do you do? Yes, they are. Lionel Richie. Oh yeah, I think it definitely calms me down. I think it's a coping mechanism. It's for my anxiety. I think it helps. I do.
Okay.
No, because I don't think you don't vape on your own, but he'll borrow my vape when he's sitting around. It's nice, isn't it? You have to go outside, have a smoke. Just think if I stopped vaping, I'd have this nicotine in my blood. Who knows how I'd really be fucked up. Yeah, I agree. Doggo's really anti-vape.
It is.
Well, vape isn't smoke. Smoke comes from a fire. This is heated up and vaporizes the liquid. So it's a vapor, not actual smoke from a burning paper and leaf. Yeah, plant product. Yeah. So it's incorrect to call it smoke. That's why it's vapor is not the same as smoke. Smoke is from burning. A fire changes the chemical composition, burns. This is the heat in the coil. Basically causes the liquid to evaporate, kind of. Yeah. Who are these 9 people? We just sit here like, I don't know. Oh, so we can go watch some Hannity. Whoever's on at 9 o'clock, we'll do some go. You got to go back to work tomorrow. You're to wage slave again tomorrow.
Yes,
we got to find a place to live, buddy.
Yes, we do. We got stuff to do. Not sit here and talk to the audience.
Oh, he said he'd meet me at La Brea Tar Pits if we were back to Los Angeles.
Isn't that nice?
I play Pico and Sepulveda. Well, who knows? Probably just saying it to be nice. He wouldn't show up.
Yes.
You smoke that legally? I mean, you get the medical stuff because you're back or whatever, because of your injury. You get the medical card to go to the dispensary. And... What was that?
It's a stink beetle hitting a wall.
Yeah. You're right.
Somebody's sleepy.
What else? Was there something else? I really can't think of what to. It's like, oh, it's stream. It's like, is there much to talk about? Okay, he's saying that dispensaries in California they are more common than gas stations. Yeah, California pioneered all that. So
very good.
Bunch of hippies, land of fruits and nuts, man. I'm getting kind of sleepy.
Yes.
Sleepy like Tuesday evening. Well, I explained this yesterday, but I'll explain it again. I withdrew, and I can read it again. I withdrew because I didn't want the lawyer's name attached when Social Security wanted all this shit. So I said, I'll reapply myself in January. I got to wait 60 days because it says if you change your mind, it would reopen the same case. So I want the case to go bye-bye and reapply. The only thing that was weird, it said, we don't think you're qualified for SSI. You can always reapply. We've determined you're not eligible for, SSDI. I'm like, what? I never provided any documentation or medical. I know the lawyer didn't, so I'm hoping it's just a generic form letter. I plan to reapply after the 60-day mark sometime in February. I might have to get a job between now and then. Yes. This lawyer totally fucked me over. They wouldn't answer my calls. They could at least answer the fucking calls. It's like a mill. They just taking all these cases and What is this? All right, have we said all there is to say? 1 hour, call me. What are we doing? Just sitting here waiting for someone to say something?
Yeah.
Waiting for something or someone to show you the way. What a little more about it. I'll watch some TV in a minute. Still a little bit left. Yes, it is. But not just not just Social Security, but the actual lawyer. Yes, this is true. Like that union with you.
Yes.
It was like a vestibule lobby kind of thing. You couldn't actually go into the main office because there was like a window. I'm like, this isn't the fucking like Fort Knox. It's the fucking union. Like, what are you? Kind of boring now.
Yes.
We need more, better. If no one's going to come
Yes.
and talk about more interesting things, there's nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? It's just drying up. It's like meh. Yep. No one told. That's how my life feels. No one told me when to run. I missed the starting gun by like 30, 40 years. Yeah, that's true. That song means more to me now than it did, when I was younger. Right. I missed the starting gun. Yes. You get the reference. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Good job. Okay, well, this is dying down. We did the SSDI update.
Yes.
Hopefully something comes that if we're back to work. I don't know. We did, okay. Yep, we sang some Pink Floyd.
Yep.
We clapped our hands.
We did.
We accomplished.
Yes. Good for us.
Now you're good. I think this tires me. It gets tiresome. All right, before we go, Aiden wants to talk about who he's in love with. Well, Aiden, I know you're in love with me, and I told you can share me with your neighbor. You tell your neighbor not to be jealous. You've already told us who you love. I love all of you, hurt by the cold, so hard and lonely too. When you don't know yourself, my friends are so depressed. Did we see any movies? I'm trying to think. Any movies?
I don't think so.
Movies. Movies. I don't know.
What about you, Photo? You see anything?
Movies. I want to make videos explaining, but it's like it's hard to sit down and do about.
Yeah.
I feel I'd rather talk about things in video form. Certain stories it's like aren't really meant for a stream. Well, I guess like maybe it is easier doing stream form, but I won't be able to find them again. I'm like, where did I tell that story? Which stream was that? It's gonna be
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, let's go back and edit them. That's a bitch, It's
it's easier to make the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then.
That's a good one.
Exactly.
So let's look at some. Anything else you want to discuss? I mean, if I think anything, we try to discuss your computer, but we'll do a computer video. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we've actually gotten. Remember, we were in a drought here in the Northeast. It was a rainy day today, so it's a downpour tomorrow. That's why we were grilling so late. We don't usually grill in November, but we were able to. That's why I did all those grilling videos because it's unusual to be able to grill that late in the season. Because it was so dry with the drought, we had an extended grilling season. But I don't think we're going to be grilling anytime. So it's just too cold and windy and chilly and not worth it until next spring. So the only reason I did all those grill videos is because we were grilling at an unusual time. You know what I mean? People understand in Jersey, you don't usually grill in November. It's too cold and windy. This was just a fluke year. So. Doggo, I admire you trying to keep it going, but you can't resuscitate. It's like beating the dead horse. So what was the story? Yeah, the saying, beat a dead horse to death. Keep beating a dead horse. This is dead. Yes. We are dead.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even want to talk to anybody. I'll put the link out there, but I really don't want to bother with anyone tonight. I'll put it out once, but I really don't if someone really wants to. I don't. Yeah, it's like the stream is dying down. Yes. We are coming to an end.
Yeah.
It was nice. My brother was a bit more awake because I remember the other night we were streaming and it finally hit you. Like I don't know, whatever. I go to bed. He staggered off. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I figured. Well, and then people were like, oh, why do you stream earlier when your brother's more awake? We like seeing your brother. I said, fine. So I said, hey brother, do you want to come on tonight? He's like, yeah, what the hell? Let's do it for to stick around for So he's here, but it's like. Okay. Oh, do I have to end with a poem? Are we doing a poem?
No.
We're doing some ASMR. ASMR. I got to read a poem about, I don't know. Let me find a Christmas book. Something about, I don't know, maybe a Christmas story or some Christmas book. I'll read a Christmas story or something about, I'll do it in a whispered voice. Just do some art projects. Oh, we think, well, we'll sip a little more and we're off. I do want to watch a little TV for you. This isn't going to go on much longer.
No.
I kind of want to get up and sip my.
Yes,
no, that's just dead, dying. I have nothing to really say right now. And the clubhouse is even less clubbier, or the coffee house, coffee shop's down. You're welcome. It was especially for you. Especially for you. Aiden. For you, for Aiden. ASMR. I can't. Maybe it takes a talent to do that because I think it's boring after a while. How do you keep that up? This was never meant to be an ASMR channel. How we went in that direction, I don't know. Just blow my nose real quick. A sneeze. My nose is. Nose is doing better, healing up. Thank you for asking. After my septoplasty a couple months ago, thanks. Thanks for asking. And what else? All right. A few more sips of beer and we'll waiting for. I will say, actually, there's one thing we should talk about real quick, just because it's interesting. We were talking the other day, remember this, about like presidents and shit?
Yes, okay, yeah.
It's like, remember, like in our lifetimes, like I remember, like, I remember the original old man Bush, and I remember W, and they're like, oh wow, when W was elected, this is the first time since John Adams and John Quincy Adams, you had a father. So we saw a father-son in our lifetime. We've now seen the second non-consecutive president, because the last one was Grover Cleveland. We were saying no one from the Adams administration probably made it to the Grover Cleveland. Like I don't think there was anyone alive, for all of John Adams and then John Quincy Adams who was still alive during Grover. It's unlikely. So really, even if others saw a father-son or they saw two non-consecutives, they didn't see both in a lifetime. Yeah. So we've seen father-son, a non-consecutive term, and a Negro. Oh, and another cat. We didn't see the first Catholic president. We saw another Catholic president. So yeah, we were talking about that. It was like interesting. We were thinking about that.
Presidential uniqueness.
Yeah. See, that's interesting shit to talk about.
Yes.
At least people don't care about politics. What do they give a fuck?
Yes.
I feel like I don't just want to end so abruptly, but I feel like
but I mean, we've given you guys an hour of our time. Not a lot to say,
which is precious. Yeah. It's precious. You should be grateful. You should be grateful, you ingrates.
But I guess that's it.
Maybe come across as desperate. I just feel like, I turn. Look it off in a minute. I gotta get up, go over there, shut these lights off. It's like the cleanup process.
Yes, everything is a chore.